which the company testifies as a true measure of their operational performance, that one's increased year on year by about 20 basis points. So we have the management with us. Mr. Somany, Abhishek Somany of Somany Ceramics joins us. Thanks a lot for joining in. Good afternoon. First up, the top line growth, could you break it up for us in terms of volume growth and price growth, and also what proportion of this top line growth has come from JV sales and from the company's own production?
The value growth of the entire 18.5% has been about 4.5%, and the balance has been the volume growth, which has been fairly robust in the quarter, considering that there is slowdown in the sector. And I don't have the figures as to what is the volume growth and the value growth from JVs versus own manufacturing, because we take it as a blended figure. What I can say is that 60% of our revenue has come from JVs and outsourcing, and 40% approximately has come from manufacturing.
So roughly about 15% would be the volume growth, because your top line growth is 19%.
14% is the volume growth, correct.
Okay. All right. Your margins have expanded by 20 basis points, 6.1% versus 5.9%. What was the key reason for that, and can we expect further margin improvement going forward?
So I think a correction, the EBITDA margin also has gone up a little bit, very small, from 6.4 to 6.5%, but the PBT has increased quite significantly from 3.7 to 4.1%, and the reason for that is a higher volume in the market, and also the focus, the concentrated thrust on high value added products, which is the glazed vitrified and the polished vitrified, which continues to be, and over quarter and quarter we've been growing on that particular segment, and our base has been low, and base still continues to be low. Therefore, the next few quarters also the growth would come from the polished vitrified and the glazed vitrified segment.
So in that case, then could you give us a sense of proportion as to what proportion of your total revenue comprises of the polished vitrified and the glazed vitrified tiles?
Currently both combined, glazed vitrified, polished vitrified versus ceramics, is more or less a 50-50. I think about 48% is from vitrified and the others from ceramic.
Okay. So what's the growth in your high valued products, and what's the growth in the ceramic products?
So we don't consider vitrified only as high value. In fact, the high value, even in ceramic segment, we have certain high value products. So the idea is we've been able to do about 39% was last year's figure of our high value product, which concluded of the ceramics and the vitrified.
Okay.
And this we are planning to increase to about 45-46% this year, and we are on track for doing that. Specifically, how much did it go up this quarter? I don't have the figures with me.
Sure.
All right, Mr. Somany, we spoke to a lot of other ceramics and building products company as well. They said that demand has been muted. So in the face of that, what is it that Somany Ceramics did because of which the volumes have grown by about 14-15%?
So they're very clear that the demand has been muted, and we also maintain the same, that the building sector specifically, if we divide the demand into various segments, government has not done very badly, but the private builder segment has gone a little more poorly than expected, and the retail is not too bad. So overall, I think it's correct to say that demand is a little stunted. Like I said earlier in the conversation, that our base for the vitrified tile and the glazed vitrified tile is slightly smaller than some of the larger competition. Therefore, that keeps continuing to grow at a lower base. And we've been able to do various marketing initiatives to open more counters and to go down to the grassroots to push this product, open new showrooms, etc. A host of things, a lot of things which have pushed the volume for us.
So in that case, what would your FY16 guidance be then?
I have been saying the FY16 guidance will be anywhere between 18 to 20%, or the other way of looking at it is that whatever the market growth, we would grow about 5-6% larger than that. So I continue to maintain that.
Did your top line get the benefit of any spillover orders from Q4?
No, Q4, in fact, we closed sales with continuously, completely saturating and filling the market to the hilt. So in fact, April is not, the first 15-20 days of April is never that good. So no, there is no spillover. In fact, if there would be a spillover, it would be Q2, which could be a little bit of a spillover from Q1, but not from Q4 to Q1.
Okay, so as things stand, is it possible that Q2 growth will be better than Q1, considering there will be a benefit of spillover orders?
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to maintain the overall yearly target is what I can foresee and be confident and maintain, which is 18 to 20% growth on the top line. Value volume more or less 50-50. Out of the 18-20%, 9 to 10% would be value and the balance would be volume.
All right. Thanks a lot for detailing all of that for us, Mr. Somany. That was Mr. Somany of Somany Ceramics. The volume growth at 14%, but the stock is off the day's high. And NOSIL has also come out with their numbers. The total income has grown for 5.3% at 186 crores versus 176 crores. The stock is gaining 0.5% in trade. This time now for a quick short break. Coming up on the other side, we get you more market data.